Good evening, everybody, and welcome to an update of the JAS-39 Community Mod. Whiskey Actual giving you the insight on what we've been working on. As you can see here, we have a brand new center display. Right here, we have a contact on our nose, MiG-29, which is targeting us. So yellow means that he's painting us. A orange would be he's locking us and getting ready to fire, and a red flashing is that there's a missile in the air and we should be evading us. So here we have the Su-33 to our 3 o'clock, another airplane. Here we have the list of the different contacts in the AO. This is replicated on the left display here with a bearing rose or whatever you want to call it. So this would be 210 degrees. North would be here. On the right hand side here we have our F-15 radar with power, mode, PRF, range, antenna, elevation, and azimuth. And the EO if you're flying the Su-33 variant of the mod. All right, so let's go and engage these bandits. All right, gonna go to BVR mode. Gotta put our master arm, trigger safety, turn on our radar, push it up a little bit. We have our contact. Let's lock it. All right, it's right in front of us. We have the meteor on us, so right now we're gonna fire because he's already locking us. So that's a Fox 3. He just fired on us. You can see the blinking. So I'm gonna go and pump some flares and chaff. Okay. Hopefully our missile is gonna get him. Okay. Missile is off us. And there, he's destroyed. Let's go for a second contact. We have a Su-33 out there. He's on the radar. All right, let's change the mode. TWS. All right. Contact is in front of us. Within firing parameters, Fox 3. Start beaming this contact. As you can see right now, he's trying to fire at us. But our meteor should be taking good care of him. He went defensive. HMD. Alright. And he's damaged and destroyed. Right, mission accomplished. Let's head back home. So yeah, it's been a lot of development. A year of development, let's say. The whole team, Fat Space Panda, has been working very hard on the coding side of things. We had Current Hill reworking most of our weapons that were braked by different updates from ED. And we have Yahtzee, our newest member, that basically gave us this wonderful cockpit. As you can see here, really astonishing work. And lately, yeah, we've been adding, for example, this center display and some of these functionalities. It's been a lot of work trying to get everybody to work together and to integrate this together. And as you may know, we're also trying to make a standalone, so getting rid of the different platforms to be able to basically, you know, be independent. But that will take a while. So let's head down below the clouds here and go back to home base. Alright, gonna pull out, getting pretty close to the ground. So a few quality of life additions. You can have a look at the pilot model. So as you can see, we have our full-fledged pilot in the cockpit, and that was given to us by Breadmaker, the creator of the SK60 mod. So thank you to him. It was incorporated into the JAS-39 by Yahtzee. A few things that we added is the possibility of removing these knee pads that take a lot of real estate. As you can see, it's a pretty cramped cockpit. Very small airplane. So let's turn off the pilot. You can also turn off the stick if you want to have a better view of the center display. You can turn it back on. What else? We can click here to see our knee board. Quite useful. Can turn off our head mounted display, HMD, or we can maybe put on our altitude hold, which could be useful at these low altitudes. Alright, let's have a look at where we are. Head back into our base. Alright, that would be a right-hand turn. Yeah, a lot of work, but we're quite happy with the current status of the mod. Turn down the intensity. Yeah, that's one of the things that we did. It can become very bright if we're in the sun, but we can turn it all the way to just a perfect setting, all depending on the lights. You can do the same thing with the different displays, or changing to the night displays. It's pretty foggy out there. Lots of clouds. Yeah, it's pretty hard to navigate. So that's one of the things that we would like to do, is to be able to add all of these different navigation aids. A moving map that would be on the center display also. But that will come later. I think the main focus would be to ditch the FC3 avionics, so we're able to have a standalone mod that will help us greatly for a few things. For example, fixing the view for the mirrors here, because each of our variant need to work with this. So let's take off our altitude. All right, getting close to home. Integrated also the radios. That would be a nice thing to add in the short future.
At 230 at 190.
All right. So let's come in for a landing, and when we land, I'm gonna point out a few other things that we've been working on. So the flight model has been being developed, the EFM. This is still the SFM. Lots of development by Fat Space Panda in there, with our SMEs also giving us a very good idea of how this airplane is supposed to fly in real life, which is quite interesting. a very complex but very gratifying journey that we've been on trying to develop that over the past year. Hopefully we'll be able to share that in version 2 of the mod. So in 1.8.5, a lot of quality of life upgrades as you saw, and also a few bugs here and there that were swapped. So let's come in for a landing here. Let's come on final. So going under 250, gears is down. Landing mode. And auto throttle engage. So as you can see here, I have auto throttle. And this is where I'm flying my plane to land it. So I'm just gonna put that on the edge of the runway, and the plane will do everything by itself. So that was way too high. So I'm trying to get in the proper glide slope here. Alright, much better. Okay. There we go. So I'm just flying here with my stick, not touching the... And here we go. Right. So one of the bugs that we can't fix right now is if you slam the brakes when you took a takeoff from the sky, you're maybe gonna ram your plane in the ground here. Just be careful when you're landing not to do that. So tap the brakes. One of the bugs that we were able to fix though is the famous disco ball. So ground handling of the SFM is now normal. So that's a very good thing. A few other bugs here and there, weapon releases and other issues that we had. Basically dealing with updates coming from ED sometimes breaks what we wrote in the code. So let's come here for a quick taxi. And one of the major things that we've been working on also for you guys is a way for all of our community players that have a joystick or a keypad or numpad keyboard set up with the mouse and also the gamepad now can all use the controls. So if I go here into my adjust controls, we have the possibility to bind the keys for all of these different systems, and also we reorganize them into different parts of the cockpit. So as we can see here, we have, for example, the left display, right display, HOTAS. I think if I would need to rebind my keys, I would go directly to HOTAS because I would say 95% of all the keys that we need to have are on there. You can look for them, for example, if I want the sensors. So those are all the different sensors of the plane. If I want to go for the upfront control panel, I can go in there and put my information. So that's quite useful. Besides that, yeah, a few fixes on the lights. You probably saw this on previous video, but we have the indicator lights, the backlights, the floodlights. On this side, what do we have? We added a few fun things in here. For example, our INS alignment, not model, but quite cool with our coordinates. We have a few information on the upfront controller. Yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. So hopefully pretty soon you're going to be able to enjoy version 1.8.5. Until next time, fly safe.